William, your turn. You're up.
Mommy.
Okay, and we're going to start. Okay, now we're going to go, since this is the more advanced class, we're actually going to go a little art history, and we're going to bring in some famous artists, and we're going to start with pop art. And pop art was just kind of popular art. So we're going to start with a little oval here, but it also kind of explodes off the screen. So it's going to be really fun to do. And we're going to start in the middle of our paper with an oval and a little circle inside. That's going to be our bobcat's nose. And if we start in the middle, we'll be able to work our way out. Could you guys hear that little chime? That was my fun little ring doorbell. All right. Now, put a little line underneath the nose, almost like it's a popsicle. And then underneath it, just on each side, we're going to do a letter W. So we'll go 1 and 2, and try to make them the same length. But if you look, mine's a little bigger there, a little longer, but I don't mind. And then I'll put a happy face right there and a happy face right there. And inside of that, we're going to go 1, 2, 3 dots. All right. Now, underneath those dots, we're going to do another happy face. And this one, we're going to put the letter M in. And that's going to be our bobcat's tongue. And to make sure we have a little depth in the mouth, we're just going to color the back part black like we did the nose. And it's going to give us a little bit of contrast to show the difference. And it's going to make the tongue stick out a little more, make the mouth go back a little more. So
Mystery, drink coffee.
I am drinking water tonight. Thank you very much. If I drink coffee, I will never go to sleep. Foster, sometimes I think you think I'm going too fast because I talk too much. I'm not sure. All right. Okay, now for the eyes on this one, we're going to keep this super, 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 super simple. This eye, we're going to make nice and big. And inside of it, we're going to put 1 circle and 1 half circle. And I know that looks like kind of a weird little zombie eye, but when you color it in, it goes from weird zombie to super cute. So those little white parts just make it stand out a little more. And do you guys know how to wink? Does anybody know how to wink? Not blink, not with 2 eyes, but you know how to wink? Show me if you can wink. Catherine can. Good job. Lucy,
I do.
looking. Oh, you guys are all good winkers. Okay, watch. We're going to make our bobcat wink, and we're going to go like this. A big line, a medium line, and a small line. So he's winking at us like, what's up? And it's funny what you can do with lines. Like people are like, ooh, it would be hard to draw someone winking, but it's not when you just make fun.
Mystery.
What up?
How are they going to pick one if all of them are going to be the same?
Well, because you have to color them on your own. So you got to come up with your fun colors. And sometimes when people do little things, like maybe you add a little something to it, and you can also do some on your own, Fossey. But it's a really tough thing. It's always a tough decision for the judges. And can I tell you a little secret, Foster?
What?
Mr. E's been doing this for 5 years, and I've never won. This year, I think I'm going to win. Okay, now watch this. From the nose, the middle of the nose, right here, I'm going to wrap a line around right there and almost go to the bottom of the, almost connected, but I'm going to stop at the bottom of the mouth. But that is a good question, Foss. I don't know. Okay, whisker, 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 whisker. Okay, now look where we ended his chubby little cheeks. Right above that, I'm going to put a line that's about the same length as the eye. So I'm going to go 1 right there. Then I'm going to come over here and do the exact same line. So on each side of the eyes, I have a line, and it's right above the cheeks. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring whiskers down. 1, 2, not whiskers, the fur on the side of their face. I'm going to do 4 on each side. Try to do them the same size and the same way, but if you really think about it, they're not like that in real life, so if we don't do it, that's fine. Okay, now right above that, we're just going to connect this line right there, and it's going to kind of follow the same angle this one did. And then we're going to move up to the ears. Okay, so with the ears, bobcats have really big triangle ears. So I'm going to bring it all the way up there, and I'm going to stop right there. Now look, I started there, but I stopped way up there, and I stopped right in the middle of the eye. So I'm going to put a little dot right there that's even, and I'm going to try to make the ears the exact same. I'm going to bring it down like that, and it's pretty close. That one's a little bit chunkier. And then a sad face right there. And the reason we put the sad face in front of the ears, because now we created a little depth in our artwork and made it a little more three-dimensional. I know it's still really flat, but we came close. All right, line right there, line right there. And then smaller line, smaller line. Smaller line, smaller line. Now, when you're done with those, let's do a little pattern here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots. And I think bobcats have dots like cheetahs. I don't know. But I'm just going to put a few throughout the face here. Maybe there. Just make it look like a little more fun. Okay. So now we have this fun little bobcat face, but now we're going to start doing the pop art. And when you think about pop art, you're thinking about these explosions off the paper. You're thinking about really bright colors. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start building this kind of smoky explosion behind him. So watch what I do. I'm going to put a sad face right above the ear and a sad face right above that ear. So I have 2 little sad faces right there. And I'm going to connect it with another sad face. All right, now right here on the side, we have these little guys here, and that's kind of like a C. Well, we're going to do a C and a backwards C on each side. So do that. And then connect these 2 the same way. And you see how I'm connecting it on the outside? And I'm just giving it a nice little curve there. Okay, so leave those 2 alone. Right underneath our bobcat, I'm going to put a happy face right there. And if you notice, we have a lot of repetition right here, which means I'm repeating the same shape over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, now I'm going to put another one right there, and they're not touching. And then you can connect them. Bam, bam, and bam. Oh, that wasn't a good one. I got a little lazy. But now it looks like we have this little smoke behind our bobcat. Okay, now I don't like all the negative space here that we're not using. So I'm going to put little bits, these lines right here, they're the exact same shape, they're much smaller. So I'm going to put a few of those in there. That's cool. Now remember, you guys are going to color these any color you want. If you want to leave this part white, you can. All right, now everybody put a dot at the very top of their page right there. Okay, now we're going to make a triangle and we're going to keep it really thin. So I'm going to go there and there. I'm not crossing over the clouds. Okay, I'm not going to cross the clouds. So make that triangle and then flip your paper like this. So now we're landscape. And make a dot right there. And when you guys get older, we do a little more pop art in class. But if you guys like this, we'll do one next time I see you. Okay, flip it again. So now our bobcat is upside down. So we got to work quickly because bobcats don't like being upside down. So put a dot up there. And try your hardest. Bring it down. Don't make it too big. And then flip it again. Okay, so now look, I don't have as much room here, but that's okay. I'll just make a smaller triangle. And the reason I keep flipping it is because I want them all to go to the middle. Sometimes using sound effects is very helpful.
Mr. Reed?
Yes, William.
So bobcats cubs are cute, and also wolf cubs, cheetah cubs, and like dormice. Dormice sleep in the winter.
William, that is such great information, honey.
You know why they sleep in the winter?
I don't know why. Maybe they were having fun all summer.
No, they hibernate of a sleeping. They hibernate by sleeping. Dormice are cute and cuddly.
Okay, well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in a few minutes and I'm going to grab my dictionary and figure out what hibernate means. And once I do, I think I'll have a better understanding what's going on. All right, everybody now look at my paper. I've got it at this weird angle. I'm going to put a dot way up here in the corner. So we're making more triangles, but again, guys, keep them really skinny, like this. Okay, I just looked up what hibernate means, and Mystery would like to do that for the month of October, please. All right, up in the corner, right there. And look, I'm bringing it down. And look how skinny they are.
Cute us.
Catherine, thank you for helping me all the time. All right, this corner, this one's going to be really long. Look at this. Right there and right there. And then we have one more corner. And try to keep them going towards the middle, right? It's not always easy to do. Okay, now with pop art, usually these would all be the same color. So if you made this one yellow, these all would be yellow. All right, now we have one more layer to do. Are you ready for it? Okay, watch what I do. I'm going to make a triangle or a wave right there. So make a wave right there. Okay, and I'm going to keep doing that. Now this one's going to be a little more difficult. I'm going to draw an imaginary line through that triangle, bring it up like that, and bring it down. Now it's super important that you don't get frustrated doing this because it doesn't really matter where you put them. Like let's say I wanted to do two right here. I could do that. And it doesn't matter if they're the same size or anything. But what I always do, guys, is I always rotate my paper, which means I probably wouldn't have been a great pop artist because they did a lot of their stuff on canvas. So it'd be very hard to keep doing that. But since I'm using Sharpie, I can get away with a lot. And I'm not really trying to sell this. I'm just trying to win a t-shirt. And Fosse, I think this year is my year. All right. So there we go. So that's kind of what pop art was. And if you can tell, it really does look like there's this huge explosion coming out of the paper. So good and good. Now, if you want, you know what, I'm going to talk to Miss Cheryl, and she might want to add just the letters fun run on this because we don't have a lot of space. Catherine, did you have a question, honey?
No, this was about my picture. I accidentally got a little bit of paint on it and I smeared it, and then I turned them into 2 black circles, and now it looks like it's balancing rocks on its nose.
Okay, do you love how art turns out that way? Like you think it's a mistake, but then it ends up being amazing?
Yeah.
I love it. Like we always say, there's no mistakes in art, right? Super
We
cool.
call it the beautiful oops.
I love the oops. I love that book too. What's up, Luz? All right, so everybody, we're going to put this one away. Now, okay, let's put this one away. And we're going to do another one real quick because we have time.
Mr. Reed,
What up?
how many art pictures are we gonna do?
Well, honey, I think we're just going to do one more right now. But if you guys want to stay and do another one, we can. Because here's what my options are tonight. To sit here and draw with you guys or to go sit on the couch and watch The Office and accomplish nothing.